It's Batman time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Mafex Batman Hush figure. Now this one's important to me. Personally, Batman Hush is my favorite. My very favorite Batman arc that ever happened in the comic books. They bring back Jason Todd. Hush, I think, is a great villain. And you have like so much involvement from so many different villains and characters. It's just, it's done so well. Also art style by Jim Lee. Again, same thing, one of my all-time favorites, and now we're getting a figure of it. And an entire line. They're gonna do more Batman Hush figures, which I'm excited about, but careful. Because Mafex has released Spider-Man, my favorite Spider-Man figure of all time, but they also released that Wolverine and these Evas, which were overpriced garbage. Sorry if I'm being a little bit rough on those, but you can go back and watch those reviews. But for now, I want to have a very detailed look on this Batman Hush figure. So let's go. So it's been roughly like 3, maybe even 4 weeks since I did the intro to this video. Why, you might ask? Because taking him out of the box, this part of the cape was ripped clean off, and now that I have a new version, I know why. Because the way they made this, it's garbage. But anyway, shoutouts to Ami for sending me a replacement. That worked out. I didn't have to deal with Mafex, which apparently their customer support is absolute trash. I've heard that before, so I was like, I went to Ami and they were like, okay. Stands at about 16.5 centimeters to the top of his bat ears, a little bit over that, which means we're going up to 6.6 inches. Waiting a long time for this. And was it worth it? No, it wasn't. First things first, the cape. I hate the cape. Screw it. It's way too freaking big, first and foremost. And I know, Batman Hush, there's like this one scene where he stands on the gargoyle and the cape is all crazy. Yeah, okay. It's fine, whatever. It's not practical, it's annoying, and the way they made it is complete trash. I hate it. I freaking hate it. And I'm scared, I'm actually scared to move it around too much because I'm scared that this pack is gonna break off again. It seems like it's not fully in again, like, god. Oh, face sculpt, it looks good. It's nicely molded. Paint job on it is not extremely clean, it could be better because this is like, retails at 60 bucks in Japan, but then of course you add shipping and whatever, shipping customs, and you might end up at like 100. So as such, I will take this under goddamn microscope. Like I'm saying, the mold is good. It looks good for the most part, the paint that is, but it does have a little bit of bleeding in the eyes and also around the face over there. So that's not cool. The eyes seem a bit shiny, and we move down to the bat symbol. We have the exact same problem. It's not clean. Yes. The uncleanness over there is very small, and you will not notice that when you're just having the figure on your shelf, but 100 bucks. I'm just gonna say 100 bucks, but it's probably a little bit less that I paid for it, but anyway. The mold overall of the body is nice, I love it. It's not too big like Batman over the years. It is the Jim Lee style, which is my favorite artist to ever draw Batman. And it does have some good muscle work on it, like a lot of it, which is molded very nicely. And it's not too thick. It's not too big of a Batman. It's not like a Dark Knight Returns Frank Miller Batman. They nailed that one. It also has some shading throughout the gray parts. Most of the gray don't. Well, then again, no, there's also some in the blue. It seems kind of random though, but it is there. So I am thankful for it. I will not complain about that. Even though, no, I won't, as that just... The face just kind of went by. I barely touched it because it's just like a long pack. It doesn't... it's just kind of weird. So that's a thing. Then we have the belt, which goes around. It is... I don't think it's connected anywhere. So it does move around. It does look okay, but it has a big spot over here. So that's... they also did like some... little bit of black over there. So I don't know, the belt's kind of weird. It's dirty. It seemed like they're trying to make like a worn look to it, but they kind of failed. So there's that. Then we down to the legs. Muscle work on there is pretty good. Has some more shading on it. That's cool. Don't have any shading though on his pants, on his butt, on his underwear, which makes it stand out to, you know, just about everything. It has shading. And down to the legs, which you cannot really straighten because the knee pads are too big. Oh, that's hilarious. That is just, yeah, you cannot straighten the legs. They were always just, it's just a minor thing. Just a minor thing. But again, at the price point, minor things become bigger things. And you have some nice detail under the foot, which is pretty cool. So, there you got that. Any more about the cape? I don't know, just, it's a mess. It's a freaking mess. You have some wires in there. Let's see where the wires are at. Here's one, and I think there's one in the front. So there's like one wire over here, one over there. There's none in the back, and then there's 4 wires in the front, and then a little bit off to the side over here, which helps for posability. But the way it's kind of draped over the cowl, it's really annoying. I mean, it's cool for poses like that if you want to just kind of put him in the cape if he's cold and you want to warm him up, your little Batman. That is fine, but yeah, other than that, it's, if you don't want to look at the figure, you know, if you don't want to look at the mold, just pack him up in the cape. That's fine. But I actually want to look at the figure, and the cape is kind of preventing me from doing so because it's being a Batman, a major Batman. So, moving on. The cape just came out again, guys. It just came out again. Just moving the thing around, and the cape just came out again. I replaced this! I got a new one! And like 5 minutes later, the cape is out again! Cool! Good stuff. I can kind of slide it in and glue it in, but that's it. The cape does not want to stay in because it's done so freaking well. Good job, Mafex! Well, I'm just gonna glue that back in and everything's fine, right? Articulation, the head, like I give a crap. The head moves back and forth, does tilt side to side, does go all the way around. The neck articulation is pretty nice. It's on a ball joint, moving around side to side, forward, back. Then you got your shoulder, which is on a hinge, and then you have a butterfly joint in there. Actually very nice, goes forward, back. I don't think it's on a butterfly joint actually. I think it's just on a long peg. But it does move around, it does go up all the way as I've shown you, and you can bring it forward. It does make a, oh, there is the butterfly joint. It is ratcheted. For whatever reason, that's really a dumb idea, but okay. Bicep swivel, double hinged elbow, and a fist. Let's see, fist is on a ball joint. Ball hinge obviously goes back forward. Rotation, chest area is weird. So you can pull it all the way forward, and you can pull it all the way back. It's kind of like a, there's like a ball, there's like 2 ball joints and a long peg, but the way it moves, it's almost like a hinge. You see that? You really have to put your finger over here if you have trouble moving it, and try pulling it to the back. That's the only way you're really gonna get it. Doesn't really move side to side, and it does go all the way around. Then for the hip part, that goes side to side and has some wiggle motion. Actually pretty nice. Let's go forward a lot and side to side. The legs, you can pull them out and tuck them back in and play around with that. I'm going to pull it out. Goes out to the side. Okay. Forward. Good. Back is blocked by the butt mode. It's Ponzu time, by the way. It's Ponzu time. While he's showing them, he's flashing the Ponzu all the way. And all the time. Then you can rotate it over here, and you have the double hinged knee, which does leave a little bit of a gap down there, which is weird. And then the boot, which, is it stuck now? Oh, the knee pads also get stuck over there. Oh, top-notch quality. I didn't even talk about how sloppy the Payne is over here, and how the mold kind of should be elevated a little bit more, but yeah, I kind of lost a lot. Anyway, the foot does go out to the side, to one side. I feel like the ball joint in there is moving around, but it does go side to side. It's kind of weird. It's rotating around on the ball as such. It's always tilting at an angle, and the ball is also moving around like crazy. So you can move this entire ball joint around, And you have this flap over there, which is kind of weird. And it goes forward, back, and you have a toe hinge. And that's your articulation, which is not that bad. It's pretty good. Then you got some small accessories. I say small because that's like, especially the batarangs. You have 2 of each, which are nice and silver. I want to keep them in the box because like fiddling around, it's gonna fall down. It's gonna fall down, I'm gonna lose it, gonna never find it back. But yeah, you have some batarangs. You have the angry, gritting T-face with my camera not wanting to light up enough. If I zoom in, does that help anything? No. Then you got the Bruce Wayne face. He's got like a smug look on it. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty nice. Don't have a complaint there. And then you have the grappling hook, which, wait, that's on a wire, I think. Yeah, I just want to check this out. It's on a wire. You have a long wire, you have a long bendy wire, and obviously you have a short bendy wire. Then you have open hands, kind of holding hands, claw hands, and hands to hold. It looks like kind of trigger finger hands, but you have a hand. You have fist hands also. Oh, by the way, these extra fist hands from earlier, they hold the batarang, and they hold that very nicely. Actually, there's like a little bit of a slide to slide it in there. Yay! And then you got these to hold his. Oh yeah, those hands are for the batarangs, of course. I'm stupid. I was like, just for the. Get out! God damn it! That's for the grappling hook. There you go. And then you have the base, which isn't great, but you have the Mafex base, which has way too big of a platform, and the hook part is kind of loose, but you can tighten it with the screw over there. So you got that. Yippee! This figure sucks. I mean, final thoughts. This figure sucks. No, seriously. Okay. I'm dying inside because I was so happy and I was looking forward. I want this to be good. I want this to be good. I want to look at this and be like, oh yeah, Batman Hush line, let's go. I'm all in, but I'm not. I'm sad. So overall, this figure is overpriced. You've seen everything I've shown you. It looks good. The articulation is nice, but just really this does not feel and this does not look like a figure that costs like around 80 to 100 bucks. That's really the most crucial thing to take away from this. If you can get this at a highly reduced price at like 50%, I'd say that's okay, but still, then again, the cape sucks. The way they made the cape absolutely freaking sucks. It's too big, it's connected so weirdly in a way, and it's just awful. I hate it. Whoever came up with the cape idea needs to be fired. Should be. Well, not fired. I don't want people to lose their jobs, but they should have a stern talking to or whatever. I don't even know. Mafex, why? Why you do this? Why are you making such a cool idea? Like, hey, we're gonna do Batman Hush. I'm like, yeah, and then it's... I do not recommend this figure. That's gonna do it as usual. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Batman wants. Way too much.